Yo, let's go. All right, so I did that stream a couple days back. Managed to pull a lot of LRs. One of them being a couple more dupe LR Bojack'S. I actually managed to pull 3 more of this guy. So he has the bottom right path open and the top left path open. But there is a problem. He's only SA3 right now. Now, Bojack is a unit you can't really grind, right? There are SR Bojack'S that you could use to raise the super attack level through summons. There are also a few Bojack'S in the treasure tab that you can go ahead and grind. I actually am in the process of grinding not only a few of these Bojack'S in here, but there's also one Elder Kai left. On GP, the last time they refreshed the Elder Kais was in December when Super Saiyan 3 Bardock came out. So I would not be shocked if there's more Elder Kais added to the treasure tab very soon. But you could use these tech Bojack'S down here to raise that TUR version of Bojack Super Attack. So I might try and do this. The problem is that gem farming is a very long process. I know I did just do the the 500 Bardock, but bear with me. I can only do so much grinding. So what I want to do is I'm going to go ahead and awaken TUR Bojack today, and we'll kind of do a video around him. Again, he's not going to be SA 10. Because of his low SA, I'm not able to open up his bottom right path completely either. So he's not going to have full abilities, although he does have the top left path open, which is good. But I wanted to test out, LR Bojack next to TUR Bojack. I think it's just going to be a ridiculous combo to have. So in order to awaken this guy, we have these Bojack medals, very easy to get, but the time trial medals. So I have awakened all of the units in the game that can use these time trial medals. I guess the reason they gave you these 8 extra was so you could awaken the TUR version of Bojack as well. I can't really see any other reason or explanation as to why there is like those extra time trial medals, the Nimbus medals. Hopefully they do put some new time trials in the game soon, because those, grinding those medals, that was some of the most fun I've had in Dokkan. So, alright, now, one more thing I'm going to do, guys, before we hop into the event is, you can't really grind his SA with those SRs, right? But there are these Bojack'S, these full power Bojack'S. Now that I awakened my TUR version of Bojack, now he has the same name as those AGL Bojack'S. Oh, whoops, that's the wrong one. Let's go to training. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut real quick. I'm going to train up all those AGL Bojack'S. I'm going to go ahead and awaken them, and then we'll feed them in to see if they can go ahead and raise our TUR version of Bojack's SA. Even after I awaken them, though, they're only going to have a 50% chance to raise his SA level, because this Bojack is now a TUR. So give me 1 second and I'll get on this. Alright guys, the moment of truth. How many of these 3 AGL UR Bojack'S will go in? Many people call 3 at a time the D-Monty method. Hopefully the D-Monty method will bless me. D-Monty, if it doesn't bless me, I'm coming for you. I'll be cool with 2. If you can give me 2 to get to SA5, we're going to be really good with that. Oh, the D-Monty method comes through, baby. I'm cool with that. Like, usually, like, if I'm raising SA levels and I get, like, 2 out of 3, I feel like that's a good percentage. I'm really cool with that. Also, feeding him in like that provides a lot of experience. So he's up to level 120. Only SA5 for now. I do have some Elder Kais, but I am saving these. My number 1 priority is future Gohan, who comes out in a few days. He might be able to be farmable. If he is, I'll probably do that farm. And then if not, I can go ahead and give these Kais maybe to LR Beerus or the TUR version of Bojack, both of whom I will need to get the max SA. But we'll see. Let me go ahead and find a Turles friend, which would be pretty difficult, and then we'll test out this Bojack on the Movie Boss category team. Alright guys, so let's go ahead and hop into an event with this team. We're on the Movie Boss category team, which is definitely one of the more fun teams to run. And several of the LRs can create kind of an interesting little team build. where you could have a rotation with these LRs, which does work very well considering of what type of character Turles is as a support type unit. So as a support type unit, of course, it probably would be most beneficial to have him, basically fill a role as a floater, both of the Turleses. So it creates a situation where you can have your LRs completely supported with their best linking partner giving them max key as well as a lot of their attack links so they can perform at their best. And you could do 3 basically different versions of this with Beerus, Broly, or Bojack. So we got the Bojack right off the bat, and then look right there. There is LR Bojack gonna line up on this rotation right here. So we'll go ahead and leave Bojack right here. That'll be fine. I don't think Dispo or Topo are going to survive on this rotation. Bojack plus Broly should be a little too much for them to handle. So here's Bojack, 530,000 attack stat. That's with basically his bottom right path not opened up yet, and of course he is also SA5, and then linked up with, he basically has no links active whatsoever. So that's not bad. That does go to show, like, how ridiculous these LRs are when, like, they start having these crazy attack stats, which would be, very good for other units, like, just stand alone, but they're, like, getting these with, like, not, like, crazy rotations or partners or anything like that. Like LR Beerus. I wasn't able to get LR Beerus to SA10, and when I kind of did my video on him, let's have Broly go right there. That way his defense lowering will not affect him in any way. When I did the video on LR Beerus, he had an attack stat of 1.5 million at SA5, like just absolute madness. Oh, I was very unlucky right there that Jiren decided to super the TUR version of Broly. TUR version of Broly, look at that, basically a million attack stat right here. Very, very powerful unit. These, like, teams, these combos of units, are going to work very well. Damn. And then I decided to bring Janemba, just because, Janemba's a pretty solid defensive unit. I like that, with the Movie Boss team, like, basically I could cycle in, like, Tech Golden Frieza, Physical Final Form Cooler, or STR Janemba, all work as very, very good defensive type units. Okay, so let's have the TR version of Bojack go first. I think he's actually probably going to be strong enough to finish off Jiren right here. And we'll be able to get a lot of the same type color orbs right there, which will be able to heal a massive amount of our health. Alright, so he's up to 670,000 right there. Now, TUR version of Bojack, he does work basically just like LR Bojack does, where, like, the more health you have, the stronger their attack power is going to be. And the lower your health will be, the higher their defense will be. I want to make sure that I get a super attack with Janemba and Broly, and that right there is how we'll do it, and we'll grab that AGL orb right there. Alright, so again, we're continuing to cruise along here. The Turleses are going to continue to power up, Broly, Janemba, Bojack, all of them. So that Bojack rotation, right? I really want to see what it's going to be like at full power. I'm talking a little down the line when I'm able to pull the last 2 copies I need to rainbow that TUR version of Bojack. How ridiculous. Oh, the dodge on the super, yes! How ridiculous that rotation will be with Rainbow TUR version of Bojack and then Rainbow LR Bojack. Like, just in terms of the amount of damage they'll be able to do, as well as their defensive ability, will be very, very good. Can I? Yeah, that is an 18-key super right there. Let me see if I could do that. Hopefully, LR Bojack does not kill him, because that's the other thing is LR Bojack, on his 18-key super, he does provide... Oh, 3.4 million. Yeah, Jiren's dead. My bad. All right. Because he does provide a little bit of an attack buff to extreme-type allies after his 18-key super, so it would make it to where TUR Bojack would hit even harder, which would be really, really nice. I really like this team a lot. So let's see here. Whew. Okay. I did bring the double Broly rotation. Jiren might be a little too strong for me to play that shit. So I'm actually going to go ahead and pop an Icarus right here. By bringing the double Broly rotation, I basically brought that on myself. Because, like, Jiren, Ultra Instinct Goku, and Evolution Blue Vegeta, basically, like, these bosses are at a point where, like, they're doing sick numbers even on normal attacks. So I would need some sort of kind of defense, like a little bit of a defensive buff right here, probably to survive, just based on how many attacks Jiren is putting onto, like, LR Broly after he would super attack. Of course, dramatically lowering his defense in the process. Yeah, 100,000, that is definitely survivable. And then, of course, after Jiren super attacks, he does also greatly lower defense. So even if he's going up against a unit like LR Bojack, who normally has tremendous defense, at that point, he would be able to do a lot of damage on normals afterwards. Like, see, we actually took a lot of damage there from Jiren. Not bad, Jiren. Not bad at all, my boy. And then Janemba will do a nice amount of damage. It didn't dodge, though. Alright, so hopefully that does not happen. This is the only negative to taking a lot of damage on the movie boss team, is then we end up with a situation like this, where Turles transforms. Now, Turles transforming, of course, is basically worst case scenario here, because he's dramatically, like, lowering the amount of damage we're going to be able to output on this rotation. You know, giving the buff to Tur Bojack and LR Bojack, I think, would make the rotation a lot stronger than just, like, Turles doing more damage as, like, a generic, like, high attack unit, right? So that's a little disappointing. But, alright, so far, I like what I see with the TUR version of Bojack there. That's going to be very good for something like Super Battle Road, right? On Super Battle Road, like, the TUR plus LR, like, combo, that's death. Absolute death to the enemy. Now, I'm sure eventually there might be, like, a category Super Battle Road or something like that, where, again, the TUR version of Bojack will be incredibly handy. Right now, I would say he's definitely overkill for basically, like, any mode. Oh, you know where he'll be really good, too, is Super Saiyan 3 Goku's Extreme Z Awakening event. Using TUR Bojack plus LR Bojack, that would significantly help me in that event to possibly get further than, what, stage 80 is around where I left off last time? That's very, very interesting. Alright, so let's go ahead and break down this Bojack real quick before we finish up the video. So this is Incomparable Opponent, Full Power Bojack. His leader skill is Extreme Int type Ki +3 and HP attack and defense 90%. And then Super Int type Ki +2 and HP attack and defense 60%. So, could still be a pretty good sub-leader skill on Dokkan Battlefield. His super attack is the Galactic Buster, which does supreme damage to the enemy and greatly lowers defense. His passive skill is a Galaxy Eroded, which is attack and defense 60%. Then he gets an additional attack boost of up to 50%. The higher your health is, or a defensive boost of up to 60%, or, excuse me, okay. Attack and defense 60%. Higher your health is, he can get an attack boost of up to 50%. Lower your health is, he can get a defense boost of up to 50%. So, you know, walking right into the fight, he basically has a 111% attack buff. Pretty good. Definitely going to be a very strong unit moving forward. His passive, of course, works the same way LR Bojack's does. His links are the Hera Clan, Galactic Warriors, Big Bad Bosses, Thirst for Conquest, Revival, and Shattering Limit. So, of course, all of his links will be active when linked up with LR Bojack. The only thing is LR Bojack's legendary power link. That's the only one that wouldn't actually be activated there. His 12 multiplier is 140%, which is pretty good. And then he does have two categories. He's on the Revived Warrior category, where he's a pretty good unit. And then, of course, he's on the Movie Boss category, where I think I would prefer using him. Although, both probably would work well. Either way, he is a very strong unit, and I certainly am glad I was able to pull a few copies of him. But there we have it. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll catch y'all next time.